Hello, this is Spindler-Krage from the Scarlet and Black, back with our second edition of our Cribz series, and today we're at the Grinnell House, which is my house and also Carolina's house. Carolina, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Carolina. I'm a fourth-year political science and drama studies major from southern Brazil.
Carolina is going to show us around today. We're going to start with the outside of the house, do a little outdoor tour, check out all the pretty spring flowers and trees, and then we'll head on inside. Why don't you lead our way?
So we're almost downtown here. Those are the two churches, and right there is already Saints Rest.
We have a number of squirrels who live around the house, and every morning when we're heading to class we try to check in on them. And we haven't seen one of them in a very long time, so we're getting a little bit worried.
And we can also see the construction, the pipes from here. And fun fact about the pipes, that the house shakes when they are doing whatever they're doing over there.
And here we are at the entrance. Will you invite us inside, please?
Yes, come in.
Wow, this is a very nice house. Would you like to introduce us to the main attractions in the lobby here?
Yeah, so Grinnell House used to be a president's house from 1917 to the 1960s. So it's a very prestigious place in the college, and still is to some extent. We have a lot of guests, like the alumni, like the trustees, like some speakers, and this is where people first come in and they get their keys. And this is also where, when we have dinners in the house or hangouts in the house, where people first interact and get introduced into the house. Yes, we can go into the dining room real quick. We have a lot of dinners that go on here for different guests, and then people just chat here, and then they also go to the living rooms, a very big and nice, very comfortable couches. Notably, what we use it for is to watch Riverdale, and also to watch the World Cup last year. I'm Brazilian, so that was a pretty big event for us. This is the sun porch.
We've also been told that this is the main spot where they do all of their candidate interviews, so a lot of the professors at Grinnell probably did their interview right here and have since been hired.
This is our library. This is where Zach and I spend a lot of our time studying.
Interesting artifacts as well. We have this clock that is from the daughter of the architect of the Capitol. Do we head upstairs?
Yes.
Yeah, should we check out the first room over here?
Yes.
A little tangerine type room. This is probably my favorite room. Sometimes if all of the rooms are open and we don't have guests here, we'll come in and sit in the rooms and study in the chairs and just appreciate the sunshine and the pretty flowers.
This bathtub is longer than normal, so you can see it is even bigger than Zach. It was because one of the presidents who lived in this house was very tall, and so they built this bathtub for him. Now we have one that hasn't been used that much. As Zach said, we're kind of scared about it, but we had some kids in the house once with some of the guests, and they were having a lot of fun with the bathtub, so I guess it serves a purpose sometimes.
Yeah, it is quite the house for hide and seek, and we very rarely have kids come, but sometimes the alumni will bring their kids, and they end up really enjoying the house. They run up and down the staircases and play hide and seek, and we always enjoy when we have kids here. Should we head over to the small room in the elevator to the right? The elevator may, in fact, be even scarier than the bathtub. We actually don't really know how to use it. It seems a little complicated.
So for starters, it says person lift. Our friend Campus Steve from Campus Safety said he was scared of that because he always seemed like it was like a body lift or something. And it's very, very old, as you can see. It only goes from the first to the second floor, and to operate it, there needs to be someone here and someone downstairs.
Should we head over to the master bedroom?
Yes.
All right, lead us there. This is our very fancy room for all of the especially distinguished guests.
Yes. So it has a nice bed and a fireplace. There are multiple fireplaces actually in the house that we don't actually use anymore.
These are our signs from the very first day that we got here in August. We've kept them up so people know who we are.
So we don't forget which room is which.
Yes.
They are very different. So, but wow. Okay.
Wow, what a cool room. So much cleaner than it has been in the past.
So this is my room. It is a very long room. There are 2 windows, but they are kind of enclosed, so the room is kind of dark. That's why I have other lights to help it not be that dark during the day. It's mostly sunny in this part of the room in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to explain this wall to us a little bit? Your postcard wall?
So I was abroad last spring in Freiburg, Germany, southern Germany, close to Switzerland. And then my family has a tradition of bringing little souvenirs from wherever we visit. However, this is a very hard thing to keep up with because I am constantly moving around. I'm here now. My home is in Brazil. So my friend, when we visit Denmark, gave me the idea to just collect postcards. That was pretty late in my study abroad semester. That was like almost May, so it was almost a year ago. And then the very first one was the Denmark one, this one that we bought in the public library in Copenhagen. And then since then we went to Sweden that day too. And then these other ones are from other places I've visited after that. And there's one from Illinois as well. Just because there's one from Grinnell that I just added today because they had that downstairs in the house. I thought it was pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the one interesting part about living in Grinnell House is that like it's maybe technically off campus, which is, it's nice to have some space from campus, but every once in a while it feels a little bit isolated. So we do a lot of karaoke nights when we're studying down in the library and we just need a break for a little bit and we don't want to walk all the way to campus to hang out with friends. We'll do karaoke. So we've had a couple of karaoke sessions in here. I sit in the corner, Caroline sits on her bed, and it's generally Taylor Swift. It's 99% of the time Taylor Swift, but we've certainly learned all of them quite well. Carolina is a fourth year. I'm a second year, but for whatever reason, I got the much nicer room. I think the reason is that this one has higher ceilings, and I was going to hit my head in Carolina's room if that was the one that I was given. But I have the bigger room. I also have a bathroom, so Carolina is a little bit frustrated about our room assignments. But we make the most of it.
No. We agreed to have this assignments because obviously I'm much shorter.
I also have a significant amount of Minnesota pride, which Carolina finds a little bit frustrating, but we have my big Minnesota flag, Minnesota map. Over here we have some pictures of the boundary waters in northern Minnesota, so I like to make my room feel homey.
It's usually very nice. Very grateful to be living in this house, very nice house, and get to meet some of the wonderful people who stay here.
This has been Zach Spindler-Krage from the Scarlet and Black with Carolina, and we are signing off of our second edition of Cribz from the Grinnell House. See you next time.